At the Chicago Housing Authority's Board of Commissioners meeting today, June 21st, 2011, Board Chairman James Reynolds announced that the members decided to, quote, kill the CHA's proposal to drug test all public housing tenants. After the public meeting held at the Charles A. Hayes Family Investment Center, he told reporters the reason why they made that decision. Here's more.
I spoke to the unconstitutionality of the drug issue, as well as pertaining to living in housing.
Shawshank, let me just make sure you're clear. We decided to not go further with this drug issue, this mandatory drug testing. We killed it. It's dead. So in today's board meeting, in executive session, it was discussed by the board, and we decided we were not going to move further with it anymore. So as of right now, it's dead.
Why did you all change your mind? We heard.
Well, the way that certain policies and certain items get distributed is that the item goes out for public comment, and then it comes back to the board with the public comment attached. What we decided, and so this item went out without actually having come through the board, and it was under the supposition that it would come back with the comment from the residents. We decided that, one, we thought this was kind of close to violating on civil rights, and that right now wasn't an issue that we wanted to deal with. And we also changed the policy of items now have to go through the board before they go out for public comment.
Did the public comment play into this?
We haven't gotten the feedback yet. I mean, I haven't seen.
Through the media, you heard public comment.
Well, it was a public forum that was held a few weeks ago, and residents have not really been happy with this proposed policy.
One of the things you learn when you're in this position is that there's a very, very vocal minority and the very silent majority. And so it's always difficult to gauge what you're hearing from. A lot of the noise doesn't always represent the feeling of the constituents. But that really wasn't the reason why we did it. We discussed it in the boardroom and thought right now, that's not a policy we wanted to move towards.
This is a temporary or permanent decision to not test the tenants?
That's permanent.
Residents who live in mixed income properties, whether they're public housing, affordable, or market rate, have to do drug testing. Is that policy going to stay?
That one we haven't dealt with yet, and I know that it exists there, and the board really didn't address that aspect of it. We haven't heard much about the community there. One of the things I think you probably gathered from today's board meeting is that I'm really starting to get my sleeves rolled up and intimately involved with what's going on with our residents. And I'm going to sit there, I'm going to talk to them, I'm going to get out and find out what they really think about certain things. The biggest challenge that I think you have is that you can't just simplify this and say a one-size-fits-all model. You know, I've heard it said, what is our audience? You know, in many of our mixed-use developments, we got condos that sell for over $500,000 a year. And we got people with Section 8 living right next to high net worth individuals. And so when we look at what's our audience, it's really that whole community that we have to be concerned about.
So it's possible that you may revisit that policy?
Yes, it is possible, for sure.